for this question, we need to figure out what the student did wrong. So the first thing I'm going to do is look at it. And let's talk about real quickly what is going on in this picture. So it is a quadratic function, and it's given the intervals. At first glance, it looks good because when I look at the interval for negatives, it is negative below the x-axis from negative infinity up to -1, or over -1. And then it's negative again from +3 to infinity. So the negative intervals look good. The positive interval, it is positive from -1 to 3. And again, that looks good. -1 to 3 for the positive interval is good. The problem is it's including -1 and 3, whereas it shouldn't. It needs to have parentheses around the positive interval, not brackets. The reason for that is it's not included. On an x-intercept, the function is at 0, an x value of 0. I'm sorry, a y value of 0. That's why it's also called a 0. So an x-intercept, another word for x-intercept is 0. So the term 0 is interchangeable with x-intercept. The reason why an x-intercept is called a 0 is because the y value is 0. So the mistake that the student made was that it should have been parentheses around the -1 and the 3. All right, so now we go look at the answers. For part A, it says the zeros are both positive and negative. That's not true. 0 is not positive or negative, so the 0 is not positive or negative. Answer choice B says the zeros are negative. Not true. 0 is not negative. Answer choice C says the zeros are neither positive nor negative. That's true. The student included these in the interval over the function where it's negative. So the mistake the student made was where it was positive. So that's why D is going to be your answer here. Again, your answers will be jumbled. All right, and then the second part is just going to be okay. Now we just need to enter the intervals and correct it. Again, the only mistake that was made was it should be parentheses around the positive interval, not the bracket. So let's enter that in. I'm just going to use the button that is for ordered pairs because that is parentheses. It's no different. So -1, 3. And then for the negative, there's 2 intervals. So I need to type in -infinity up to -1. Remember how when there's multiple answers, you need to put a comma between them. If you don't have a comma in between your 2 answers, it will get marked wrong, even if everything else is correct. Okay, that's it. Let's just make sure that's right. Let me know if you have other questions.